They're running electric cable from southern Nigeria, straight up to the northern Nigeria, just because they want to power hamlets, huts, and in the villages and everywhere, while your own industries, your factories, your businesses in southern Nigeria continue to suffer epileptic power supply. Restructured Nigeria will put an end to that. In fact, if you join themselves, go cut all those cables waiting at the call national grid. You cut everything off, waiting the national grid. These are what restructuring are. And they said, if Nigeria is restructured, it is going to impoverish the North. And if North is poorer than the way they are now, you see all this Tambua, all of them with this big agbada, they will run to Niger Republic. They will run to Chad. Most of them will run back to where they came from, by the way. Because with the poverty, if they don't have enough money that they are getting from Abuja every month, if they don't have that indemnity, if they don't have that insurance to use Nigeria name to borrow money, which they don't have intention of paying back. They are just waiting for the time that a southerner will come and say, forgive us, Now the people will come before me, borrow this money. If you don't forgive us this debt, we can't make any progress, which is true. A southerner will know that. Peter B will use if Peter B become your president, he's going to use more than 10 years. First, it will use more than 10 years to start begging for debt forgiveness and begin that production is talked about, and then, for you to begin to even see the effect of something closer to 2014. It wasn't that it was rosy in 2014, but at least many of you are praying now that you will prefer 2014 to what Bukwari and APC to what they have done. A restructured Nigeria is going to make them poorer. It's going to expose a lot of those who are telling you that Nigeria is big, Nigeria is this, God created Nigeria, God this. It will expose them. And you will realize it straight away. No God created Nigeria. Okay? Nigeria is a creation of the colonialist. It is not God's creation. The name itself came from a journalist, Flora Shaw, who called Nigeria. This thing you are calling Nigeria today, they gave it so many names before they call it Nigeria. About 6 names. I don't want to remember them for now. Before they finally settled for Nigeria. So when she eventually married the Lord Lugard in January 1901, all these ideas that she's been muting about all these different colonial territories in Africa, Northern Nigeria, Southern Nigeria of today, Southern Protectorate, Northern Protectorate. Lord Lugard was the governor of the Northern Protectorate at the time. Married Flora Shaw. Flora Shaw came, said, Baba, I have an idea what name you can call this place. Eventually, they settled for Nigeria. So somebody is now telling you that God created Nigeria. He lied to you. A restructured one is going to expose that. And a restructured Nigeria is not far from a completely dismembered Nigeria, because a restructured Nigeria means everybody knows their boundary. And at some point, they can say they are leaving. We don't want to be Nigeria. We don't want to be called Nigeria anymore. We want to be called Biafra. We want to be called the Oduduwa Nation, or we want to be called Yoruba Nation. That is why they are afraid of restructuring. So if your politicians haven't told you, or maybe you never thought about it, that is the reason why if anybody promises you restructuring in northern Nigeria, they will shut it down. Why? They've already structured Nigeria in a way that all of that will never happen. And that is why if there is any mobilization that should be going on, it should be educating the people of why they can't, they should stop hoping that something is going to change the moment they all agree, come together, and become one. One man is going to fix it. No, he's not going to fix it. He's not. One woman is going to fix this. No, he's not. Coming together and all of that, we need unity. No, unity is not a word. Let us come together and be our brother's keeper. That is not just by saying it. Unity. It's not just a word, it's an act, it's a commitment, it's a dedication. You know, unity is something that you do, you don't say or just say. And structurally, Peter Obi is just coming to be the vehicle to bring in your next traducers, your next oppressors, your next slave masters and mistresses. Guess what? You are going to be the ones who are going to fuel the vehicle. And just like I told people 7 years ago, when the mental craze of APC, Egbekegbe, was spreading like wildfire, I said, listen, if this energy is committed into you asking the critical questions, I mean, the ones that really affect you, understand Nigeria, and maybe you will stop believing in the lies that you are creating for yourselves. There is no country if there is no people. There is no people if they are not acknowledged. As it is today, you are fighting a cause that is misplaced. If you are watching me and you are one of the obedient obediots, okay, it's great to have to be enthusiastic. It is nice to be kind of optimistic, hopeful, but you should also be mindful of what you are building that hope on. Nigeria is structurally faulty. Politicians will say anything, everything to make you believe that they have the solution. But do you understand the problem? The problem is that we are different. And nobody wants to identify that. Nobody wants to acknowledge that. These differences are meant to be documented so that none of us would dare violate these differences and all of that, because we will never trample on other people's acknowledged personalities if we want to remain one. That conversation is never had, ignoring the obvious, and then hoping that the problem will disappear. It doesn't work that way. So young people are mobilizing for Peter Obi. It is actually so good to see. They are so hopeful. We have other people who believe that Tif Numbu, Atifku, fake Pastor Ruga, and so many others are actually those who will take them out of the trenches. Fine. And there are others who believe that we should stop wasting our time. We should dedicate our time, our energy into asking out. There are many of you who believe that until we go in a little katakata way, this country is going to keep us together in this misery forever. Listen to me. Everything you feel, whatever you are thinking about right now, just know that Nigeria is the genesis. But I am looking at something bigger. It is slower, but it is potent. I'll show you some clip now, and I'll tell you how much damages that Nigeria sort of done, and how desperate a lot of people, young people, wishes for something different and better. Okay? And somehow, when they tell you to go and get your PVC, go and get your PVC, go and get your PVC, then you ask, who am I going to use this PVC for? It is coming to light now that they want you to use your PVC for PDP. They want you to use your PVC for APC. But there's something so kind of, you know, I mean, so kind of a bit different about these people. You know, they are not asking for Peter Obi alone. The younger people who got killed by the Nigerian government of APC, Egbekegbe 2 years ago, they are also, to show they are smart in their ways, right? They are also threatening PDP. That they want to give Nigeria the last chance. And that last chance is Peter Obi. Now they are telling PDP that if PDP do their abracadabra and they deny Peter Obi the tickets, they will go and vote for APC. That's the threat. Oh. Instead of them to say, if you don't give us Peter Obi, we are going to go for Biafra. We are going to go and support the people for Yoruba Nation. We are going to break up this country because there's no point in there's no point in pretending anymore. Or more, they said, if they don't give them Peter Obi, they will go and vote for APC and APC can continue. Now that one can't get me. Say, you know me, I've been talking all this while on Mayegun's Diary Politico. I said, if we can push the conversation and the reasons why Yoruba, for example, are better off without Nigeria, if we can get the people to understand it, if we can take it to them, if we can get them so kind of involved to the point that they can say, if you don't give us a referendum, there will be no election in Yoruba land. Like all this Peter Obi 1 million march. Imagine, let's say we have this deeper understanding among the young Yorubas in Yoruba land right now, who understands the damages done by Nigeria to them, including the ones done by those who are supposed to be their leaders, their spokesperson, their representatives from Yoruba land. Imagine if the young Yorubas understands this so deeply, and they are so concerned that they could go out there and say, we are staging a 1 million man march to remind Nigeria that we don't want election. We want an amended or whatever constitution that will give us a referendum. Listen to this. A very powerful one can actually trigger and activate the realization of Yoruba Nation faster than you can imagine. I know some of you feel otherwise. So that's why I said, whatever I say on my Egun's Diary Political, it's just my own idea, my own view. Do you understand? They are the views I feel like are kind of practical. I know many of you will believe that Mayegun live story, all these things, all this, because some of you these days, in Yoruba land, for example, many of you, my people, you cannot say 2, 3, 4 sentences these days, about Yoruba Nation without mentioning Fulani this, Fulani that, Fulani this, Fulani that. Well, I keep telling you that it is deeper than that. You cannot sell Oduduwa Nation, Yoruba Nation, to an average Yoruba man and woman by just telling them that Fulani this, Fulani that. No. There are smart, educated, well traveled Yorubas all over the world. Okay? You cannot base your living Nigeria on Fulani killing us, Fulani kidnapping us, Fulani this or that, because very soon the Fulani you see today, you shall see them no more. Does that mean that all the Yoruba problems are gone once you don't see Fulani terrorists in our forest anymore? So that's why I said that we need to, and so when some of you feel like, we need to go and defend ourselves, you are making it look like we are not capable of defending ourselves. And that's something that, to me, if somebody come to me and say, Mayegun, we need Yoruba Nation. And I say, yeah, that's good. Tell me, give me reasons. Tell me why, please. Tell me. Baba, what do you mean by that? I should tell you why. Are you not seeing everything going on? Fulani are in our forest. Fulani are this and that. We need to break away, or else they will kill all our people. I'll be like, okay. So we should just leave because Fulani are killing our people. Yes, now, Mayegun, can't you see? They will just kill all of us. So, because to me, the Fulani terrorists you see today, very soon, you shall see them no more. The lifeline they have is coming from this lifeless breathing mannequin who has worked and failed. He has worked so tirelessly and failed to force them on us. So I am not afraid of them. I'm afraid of something worse. It is the damages Nigeria have done to our education, the damages Nigeria have done to our own infrastructure, the damages Nigeria have done to our healthcare, the damages Nigeria have done to our young people, the damages Nigeria have done to our old people, the damages Nigeria have done to our environment, the damages Nigeria have done to our development, the damages Nigeria have done to our psyche, the damages that Nigeria have done to us, to the point that in Yoruba land today, we have families scattered all over the world looking for greener pastures, me inclusive. I'm in Scotland. Many of you are Yorubas, you are in London, you are in America, you are in Canada, all over the world. That is what Nigeria did to us. They sent the best of us outside Nigeria, scattered all over the place. Many of us, our parents are saying goodbye to us at the airports, thinking that we are going to a new world, a world that they believe that is better than the one that they brought us into. That is what Nigeria did to us. Today, families are being torn apart. I mean, sorry, yeah, family have been torn apart by Nigeria, but you are not paying attention. Fathers, mothers, they are falling sick, they are dying back in Nigeria, and their favorite son, their children, they are far away somewhere else. That is what Nigeria did to us. And that is not done by Fulani alone. So I am not going to go and convince, I'm not going to sit here and convince you and say we need Yoruba Nation only because Fulanis are killing us in our forest. We are capable of defending ourselves. Yes, that's part of what Nigeria did to us. Incapacitate us, try to weaken us so that we can be destroyed. But that doesn't mean that we are not capable of defending ourselves at all. But Nigeria did a lot of damages that if an average Yorubas understands these damages, if they can feel it, if they can live it, if they can understand it, and if they can connect with it, and get to a point to say, if you don't give us a chance to demand, a chance to decide if we still want to be part of this or not, you know what I mean? There are so many kids who left that will never return. My dad died. I couldn't even go to Nigeria. My mom was sick. And before I could say Jack, she died. So I had to smuggle myself back there just to make sure that I attended her burial. I never saw my mom again after leaving Nigeria. I never saw her again. There are so many people like that. Some of you never thought about this, maybe. How many parents are aching? You are living in Nigeria, you are a parent. You sent your child away because Nigeria is not safe, because Nigeria will not provide that education for your child, because Nigeria will not guarantee their health care. Nigeria will take a lot away from them, something they took from you don't want to be taken from your child. You send them away to different cultures, so to say, because according to you, just want them to be safe. Families have been torn apart from God knows when. So when are you going to put an end to that? It is when you begin to understand the significance of what Nigeria is doing to us. And that is what I want to tell an average Yoruba man. That is what I want to tell an average Yoruba woman. That you have left Nigeria doesn't mean that you are not being damaged. A lot is being taken away from you. So being patriotic Nigerian sometimes is self-destructive. You are destroying yourself. So building up on something that Nigeria could survive is a further destruction that you are also wishing upon your children. You might have never thought about it. I mean, we all think all the time. I'm glad I said that, by the way, because I've always wanted to tell you. So that's things that you can now get people to say, or more. No, I don't want to be part of this Nigeria again. No. Why? Can't you see this? Can't you see that? Give them point by point and say, so when people say we need to fight, I said, listen, naturally people will fight. And there is no point in trying to guilt trip yourselves. We need this, we need that. Some of those things you say we need, they are actually not really meant to be said in public, so to say. But do we have a chance of getting people to understand why? It is not election they need. It is something better. And with what you have in Nigeria, you're likely never going to get anything based on what Nigeria is giving to you. Do you understand that? And politicians can't promise you any of this. And I said, what if we get our people connected to all of this? And then watch how this do wonder. And realize that you can actually get your independence without shooting a gun. That is a phrase that some of my friends don't like me saying. My ego, I know you always say, I know you, but I disagree with you. There's no freedom. That is free. Freedom is not free. Freedom is, I understand you. Of course I do. I am just telling you that if you have the people on your side, not assume to have them on your side. There are so many assumptions that are going to be completely demystified as they continue to catch their election fever towards the 2023 that they don't even know if it is ever going to happen. Right? They don't know, but they are hoping in a way. Just give me a sec. I just got something I quickly want to check on. Call it a break. If you have been with me for the past hour, maybe you can take a break too. Like the video if you want to. Share it if you haven't. Subscribe also if you haven't. And stay put. Stay put. I'll be back in a minute or two. I'll be back. Thank you. Sorry, I needed to quickly check something out there, but yeah, fine. Somebody said it is laughable if I believe that Yorubas can defend ourselves, that do we have a standing army? You know, what is laughable is the ridiculous imagination of some of you. Nigeria is tensed, of course. And at the same time, there are many of you who love that your imaginary enemy being this or that, even without you being so clear who that your enemy is. I gave you an answer of defending ourselves earlier, and based on the theory that Fulani is coming to invade us, Fulani is going to kill all of us, we need to leave Nigeria. Now, the point there is that Fulanis cannot invade Yoruba land, rather. Will not invade Yoruba land and get away or colonize any part of Yoruba land. They won't, and you know that. The reason why the noise about the Fulani terrorists in our forest is this much is because when our people went after them, many times that our people have gone after them, they have chased them. Many of them have been killed without them bringing them to your social media. Many of these Fulanis terrorists have been chased in a way, but when our people, whenever our people go after them, that is the moment Nigeria government, Nigeria military, DSS, goes after our people. Do you understand that now? So stop deluding yourselves, believing that a Fulani, whatever terrorist can invade Yoruba land and get away with it. It's not going to happen. Are you with me? The only reason why we scream more and call them out is simply because the killings of our people and displacing of our people are being done under the nose of Nigerian government that should protect them, and Nigerian government, Nigerian military, which are actually culpable in this homicide and these killings. Yeah, that's why we're calling them out before it gets out of hand. Yes, our villages have been ransacked and our people have been attacked, of course. But do our people have a chance of pushing back, fighting them, or even killing them? Yes, we do. But it's not something I want to come on social media and be bragging about. So which steady army are you talking about? You want an army that is going to wear black cover on their faces and display guns to show you that we are ready, we are ready. Nigerian army, your Nigerian army, they continue to do parade every year. Remembrance of fallen heroes and all those other things that they put out there all the time. But yet, they are still being routed by terrorists right there. So if your preparation for war is preparation to fight Nigerian army, then you can also continue to deceive yourselves, okay? There is no Yoruba nation that is going to come through, through declaration of war on Nigeria. I'm not part of that, too. I know some of you who actually have that deluded mindset as well. Yorubas have to defend ourselves. We have to fight war to break away. Then I ask you, fight war with who? Is the war against the Fulani? That one is not war, okay? Fulanis are not a threat in that regard that we can't brush and crush and get rid of. I mean, come on. They said that those who are terrorizing the northern part of your state, you forgot them? We caught them, yeah. People who caught them, they didn't go there with your supposed army. It was just a handful of people. And they went after them. They caught their most deadly kidnappers in that part of and what happened? Your Nigerian system. What did they do? So if you are thinking that Yoruba Nation is going to come by you building an army, right? And that your army is being built wherever war you are preparing to fight, yeah? Good luck with that, too. Or in my own opinion, when you see the enthusiasm of people who understand something, maybe a little bit of education and a little bit of this and that can actually help in galvanizing their interest and then putting them on a track that they can actually swing the tide, so to say. It's just that when we said it is a misplaced priority when it comes to what I have seen people done, especially today. Let's start with this. I got this earlier, and they said it was in Abuja, where younger people came out to say, if you don't give us Obi, then go vote for APC. Let's start with that. Brilliant. Now, when I was looking at them, that was Abuja. These guys, that same crowd you just seen there, that was replicated in over 20 states, plus Abuja. And what they were demanding for something, because they believe Peter B is coming to revive economy, Peter B is this and that. And just like you were in 2014, that thing don't they creeping now. Many of you are still going to catch the bug. Just remember my broadcast. Sometimes it will come handy of many things that will play out, so to say. But as I was watching that video, in my own head, I'm like, normally, naturally, it is organic, to be sincere. People did all of that. On social media, they started with Obi, give us Obi on social media. Hashtag Obi, this and that on social media. Then people started telling them that now only social media noise, John. These people now they make noise. They threaten PDP on social media. So they were pretty much like scorned to do what they did there today. That, okay, you know what? We will show you that we are not just on social media. Nigeria is gone and we want a better place. You know what I mean now, as usual. If you don't give us Obi, it's over. Then everybody just scatter everything. The same typical Nigerians, okay? Because to them, they have found something they can associate with. This is going to be it. Yes, yes. If you don't understand, give us Obi, obedient and all of that. And they go with it. It's going to be like a pandemic. But the bottom line is that they are just same way they ignored the system that they are fighting, the system they are trying to change, which is the system that killed them in 2020. Same way they ignored the obvious, driving on the momentum. You are messing with the wrong generation. Messing with the wrong generation. They are using their energy to bring a man who is a friend to those who they said destroyed Nigeria, of course. So me, as I was watching, then I'm like, maybe some people are already saying that this Yoruba Nation is social media, this and that. Omo, just imagine if we can have that kind of understanding, that we can make people's orientation to understand the situation in Nigeria and the present situation in Yoruba land, the missed opportunity and all of that, so clearly, understandably so, yeah? And then they decided that they want to do a 1 million march or 10 million march in Yoruba land. Now, so me had to think, and I realized that it's possible. That was part of the idea of us helping people, reaching out, opening a food bank, setting up Oduduwa market, cutting price of commodities and all of that, helping farmers back in Yoruba land, helping children and student families with their children's education and all of that, giving back to that community and telling them that, listen, you deserve better. Only if you know. See, you can have it better if you go for Yoruba Nation. Something that can link them, that can connect them. That was what brought the idea. The idea of Yoruba Rescue Fund in the first place. You remember? That how do you get the people so involved? Politicians are out there promising them things that can never happen. And since they say doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result is no other thing than symptoms of insanity. So, but if you want to make people reject something, then you must have something else in replacement, something they can get used to, possibly something they can build. That was what brought the idea. Even though we are not going to do that for now anymore. But it's pretty much about how do you get people so concerned that you can't hold them back? And such move will not be for entrenching and sustaining a system that is put together to destroy them in the first place. Education. It is a long process, so long. Sometimes it tarries. People feel like it is forever. Yes, it can be forever. But social media did us a great deal of advantage. I can speak to you like I'm doing right now, conveniently, from this, from the comfort of my room. And I can also call out and say, now, we have been doing this for a while. How about we meet out there and check if it's real? Now, that concept, that idea are the things I believe personally are more potent, powerful than ordering for a gun, smuggling a gun, then asking young people to pick up the guns and say we want to defend our land, and then without telling them exactly what you are doing. Do you hear that? Anyway, you don't have to, okay? So that's why we said that if we can get to a point where you understand why Yoruba Nation should come. And when I say you understanding it, I'm not talking about this emotional-laced campaigns called agitation, agitator. Some of them, if you listen to them, you'll be so irritated and you'll be like, nah, I'm not interested in this Yoruba Nation. People have told me that. You want to bring people in to have a conversation around something? The power of the people, change it. You see, they are asking for people with 1 million people, 1 million march everywhere. Yorubas also participated, Ibadan, Ogun, and all of that. Because according to them, it's like the youth want to decide who is going to be president. Now they have discovered that for Peter Obi to be candidate, they will have to go and warn PDP, warn the delegates, and all of them. So their new electoral act states now only one elected delegate from each local government will vote in Abuja. You saw all of them going about all this while. See now, Peter Obi is the only person who never has money to share. Every other aspirant going everywhere, they have been promising and they have been trying to buy the delegates. As I'm talking to you today, usually their delegates includes the former, political appointees, former elected officials, current election, present elected officials, and then you have. But now, the new electoral act says one delegate per local government. That means PDP will have 774 electors. APC will have 774 electors. Now, everybody who has been sharing dollars to delegates all this while, all the videos you have been watching, realize all of that now. Now, Bobo, no go walk. So, Bokwari won't vote, Tifnumbu won't vote, and many other people won't vote if their new electoral act is signed. But the young people want to put their faith in Peter Obi. They are now realizing that if the PDP delegates fail to give them Peter Obi, they should just enjoy their stay in opposition. Look at that. That's like a very strong demand. So they decided to go to all the PDP secretariats in their different states to go and drop a letter. Or tell your delegate to PDP, we are not member of your party. Tell your delegate, if they don't vote for Peter Obi, if they don't, you know what I mean? And they said the delegates are just laughing. They are just laughing. Look at these ones. You think, say now your vote, they elect president. Now, to they fool yourselves. Now, the power brokers, they go sit down, arrange them. If they say now here, they go. Whoever is going to ensure that their nest is completely covered. As usual, you are going to be the loser. That's one thing you need to understand. No matter how much you think you gain from Nigeria or from any of them, it's so to say, or what you've lost, these individuals are going to always be better off. It's just like a payday for them. You, the people running here and there, are going to be the loser in the long run when the reality sets in. So they are now telling the delegates, you have to. So the delegates are like, so between now and next week, Saturday, those who are waiting for PDP to give them Peter Obi, if they don't give them Peter Obi, where do you think they want to go to? They said they are going to go to APC. But I'm like, I wish that we have started or we have set out to do. For example, what we set out to do now, I wish we have started that like 2-3 years ago and sustained it to this point. They will just all start saying, they will be saying right now that if you don't give us Peter Obi, we are going to go and join Yoruba Nation. That would have been a win-win for us. Well, don't worry. That is me. That's how I think. You know, something that they will say, we know it's not going to happen. And we know it is a long stretch. So eventually, if they don't get Peter Obi, they will be disappointed, Abi. These are the people who could organize a million march. We've told them Nigeria is not working. They believe Nigeria is not working. But somehow, they have reenacted their burning fire to say, maybe it will work if all of us choose one person. Now, they have no chance of choosing anybody from the third force. So that's how confused some of them are right now. If you are a Peter Obi friend, Peter Obi supporter, congratulations, but now they set on ourselves up. Okay? It's a tall dream, it's a long shot, but that same energy, una no see them anywhere to give them to people who have never been part of the rotten system called PDP. Now, mind you, so if they don't give them Peter Obi, Me and all of us in Yoruba land, we will not even do any work. Now them go they say, and rather just go and join the Yoruba Nation. Jarimo will just break this whole thing up. We thought Nigeria could be saved. That's why we rejected the Yoruba Nation. You know what I mean? Now we realize I can't. And all of this will happen this month. I told you, a referendum can happen even before their fraudulent election. Yes, it can happen. But are we doing enough? Are we doing enough to push for that? My Yegun forget no referendum again. We just need to go. We just need to declare our own republic. And I'm like, Baba, now your emotion they talk. Oh, alone. Now your emotion they talk. If you see anybody on social media, offline, on your TV right there, who tells you that, in fact, he loves Yoruba Nation so much and he's so determined, no going back, and he's going to declare it and give you a date, please tag me the person, because I will tell you, a lunatic that has followers, maybe you are one of them. In reality, your emotion is not going to give us Yoruba Nation. You see, this tactic of divide and rule and all of that is real. And emotion won't give you that. Okay? Nobody is going to declare a nation, even if you have a connection to Russia. Do you know that? Nobody. They will tell you to start the process. And that process is called the negotiation for breakup. It's so much of process. But if you get the people, I don't know how long it's going to take. But if you get the people to say they want it, you can actually start the process right now. But I know many of you have told me many times, all these things, Mayegun cannot work. We need to go and get, we need to get our people ready. Then we just declare. And I said, when you say we should get our people ready, how many of them have you actually gotten ready right now? And it's true, listen, when you see some of them, who are so kind of agitated and all of that, especially if they meet a group of people right now. For example, let's say I've seen where our people are signing petition because they have been told to sign one. Those kind of involvement, you get people involved. I love that. They're asking, why are we doing this? Why are we? Because we want to have our own Yoruba nation. We want to have all those kind of things, get people involved. But when you now see people, we go there and record all of that. And once they see that people are so happy to be part of it and all of that, then they will just jump on social media. We are going to, our people are ready. We are going to declare Yoruba and all of that. That's not how it works. No, that is not how it works. Or maybe to you, because that's one of the reasons why I sometimes get people who disagree with me a lot. Mayegun, I understand. You don't understand. Some of you don't. Nobody can declare a country independence without a prior activity that involves if not the entire country or region, at least handful of them, that you can't even hide it. You can't cover it. If the Yoruba people are now engrossed in the reasons why they have to leave, which is our job, a very, very tough one. How do you get them to say yes? It's not because they don't even know what is going on, but they don't believe in those who are probably telling them to leave. How do you make them believe? How do you get them involved? That's the job that every one of us would do. So if you now get to that point that Yorubas stand up one, they stand up one day and they say, we are having this a general declaration tomorrow, and that's going to be like an ultimatum. Even your politicians, your governors, all of them, they will have no choice but to attend such call. Now, that kind of powerful regional statement is something I personally envisage. And that's why I told people that said that, Baba, that one cannot work. We need to go. I said, Baba, sometimes what you want to do, you can't really say them, okay? Sometimes stop saying them, okay? Start doing them. You get what I mean now? Start doing them. Those idea of We don't need to have a talk. We don't need to have to, this thing is waste of time. We just need to get our people. How do you get your people if to get to believe in that if they don't understand it? I'm glad a lot of people understands today, but how coordinated is that? And that is the beginning. So if we can have such, why not? But guess what? In the same Yoruba land, you also had, I think it was, this, okay, hang on. This is a Pastor Ruga, which was sent earlier. Pastor Ruga attending his own campaign somewhere in Osun where Tifnumbu's cousin is in charge. And people were wearing Tifnumbu's loyal cap or whatever, loyalist cap. But this happened, just a glimpse of why when people like this walk to town, the reason why they still get welcomed is because that is still most potent system they know, the lies they know. How do you win them down? How do you reduce this kind of gatherings and all of that in a much, much strategic way? That's something I'm interested in. But let's go to Osun quickly.
Let's rise up to welcome His Excellency, the number 2 citizen of our dear country. Let's rise up to welcome His Excellency, the number 2 citizen of our dear country, the presidential aspirant on the platform of the APC, the first president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Igbákejì ààrẹ Nàìjíríà today, Bàbá wa Professor Yẹmí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò, àti ìrọ̀lẹ́ àwọn olè wa sá o. You are highly welcome, sir. Ẹ̀ka ààrẹ tí wọ́n ti dé o, igbákejì ààrẹ wa Nàìjíríà, tí wọ́n tún díje fún ipò ààrẹ láti bọ́ síbẹ̀ lẹ́yìn